Hi, my name is Nick Osborne, aka the Coffee Detective, and today we're going to have a look at the Impress coffee brewer. It doesn't look much like a coffee brewer, but as we'll see, it actually makes a terrific coffee. What I've done is I've lined it up with, at this end, a regular press pot or a French press. This is the Espresso press, and they're in a line for a reason because they all basically make coffee in the same way. The traditional French press has the wire mesh, the glass beaker. You pour the water, coffee grounds in there, let it steep for 3 or 4 minutes, and then press it down. If we move on to the Espresso, which I reviewed a few weeks ago, same principle but with a dual-walled stainless steel flask there, and a 2-part filter system, which is nice because it takes out a lot of the sediment that you get with a regular French press. Now both of these, you see they have a central plunger here, basically the same system. The Impress is a little different because when we lift up the plunger, it's actually the inside vessel, it's the cup in which you actually end up with your coffee. The Impress also is stainless steel, dual-walled for insulation, and actually you have then a third level of insulation with this interior cup. These are, pretty much plastic. Well, this is plastic free completely, the original French press. There's some plastic in the Espresso. In the Impress, this is silicone. It's a polymer, not to be confused with silicon in your computer chip. And that's it for this brewer, is stainless steel, silicone, which is very safe for use in the kitchen, no nasty chemicals leaching out of that. So if I open this up again, we've got the silicone lid, little silicone sleeve there, little gasket for when I push it in. And in fact there's a last little bit of silicone on the bottom there, which I appreciate because it means that when I'm pressing it doesn't slide around on the ground. Finally, with this, you can actually, this is the micro filter at the bottom here. Not very easy to see, but very, very, very tiny holes there. You can actually unscrew this for washing, but I've used this a few times and so far I haven't had to take it apart to that degree. I'm just going to rinse and wash these two elements. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a cup of coffee. So this you can make up to 14 ounces in here, but I'm going to make 12 ounces today. So in the recipe of making coffee, that's 6 ounces. So I'm going to put 12 ounces of water, and that means I'm going to have 2 coffee scoops or 20 grams of coffee. Now, because of the microfilter in here, we have a bit more flexibility in the grind here. In a traditional French press, you want to use quite a coarse grind. But with the Espresso and this, you can actually, like I say, you can get, the grind I'm using here is a medium grind, very similar to what I'd use in a drip brewer. So I'm going to put my 20 grams, my 2 coffee scoops in there. Now I've got some boiling water just off the boil. I'm going to measure out 12 fluid ounces of water at about 200 degrees. And pour that in. There we go, and then leave that for about 3.5 minutes. Now this, of course, then is the plunger. I've been using this for a few days now, and the first time I used it, typically I didn't read the instructions, and I just pushed this down, which is correct, except I didn't put the lid on. And as you'll see with any of these systems, there is a lid in place, and in part it's there to protect you so that as you apply the pressure and the coffee comes up through the filter, it doesn't splash up and you get hot coffee on your hand, which happened to me. So yes, you put the lid on the top there. We're going to wait for a little while. Actually, I'm not going to wait for the full 3 minutes. But after 3 minutes, you just grasp it carefully, start it like that, and then look, watch this. This is very, very easy push down here. See, I'm just gently pushing just with 2 fingertips. You know, very nice, much better, I think. You know, with a regular French press, I often end up, you know, really a very uneven push, and I'm kind of worried about whether things are going to splash around. Each time I've used this, very even. So now what's happened is I've pushed the coffee grinds to the bottom, and inside here I've got my fresh coffee, and I can drink it straight out of here. Now this is ideal for, we'll put the top back on. It has like a little drinking spout in the front here, which I can seal. So I can treat this like a travel mug now if I want to. I can take it out in the garden. What I've been doing is actually just taking it up to my desk upstairs to work for when I'm working. The thing with this is the insulation is so good. You've got these twin walls and that inside cup there, that it actually keeps the coffee hotter than you actually might want sometimes. The first time I tried it, I went and I had to go off and do a chore in the car, and I took this with me. I thought, oh well, I'll have some coffee while I'm driving around in the car. But I couldn't because it was too hot. So it actually, when I came back half an hour later, it was about right. So ideal if you're actually going to work and you want to have the coffee at work after your commute. Great if you're going to be outside in the garden or whatever. But generally, actually, what I've been doing with this is I've been using it just as a press, as a coffee brewer. And then I just take the top off, and I've been pouring it out into my regular coffee mug. The coffee it makes, so long as you get the recipe right, is really, really nice. It's that microfilter is, you know, it takes out all the sediment, all the little bits and pieces, and you get a very clear, very bright brew out of this. So it doesn't look much in terms of being an exotic coffee maker, but the way they've designed it, it really does make a very, very nice cup of coffee. So I'll certainly be using this if I'm going to be going outside, if I'm going to be traveling somewhere and I want to take coffee with me. I'll probably also be taking this when I travel and go to hotels. So I'll take a little bit of coffee with me, and I'll take this with me in my bag so I can make a decent cup of coffee when I'm traveling. So that's it. That's the Impress Coffee Brewer.